And I believe that everybody can benefit. Yet what is needed is the right mindset, right? That curiosity.
The people have the ideas, they have the knowledge, but how many of us actually taking that step? Welcome to another episode of Random and Famous, and today is a unique episode. As you may have noticed, we are doing things a little differently. We are outdoors, and joining me is incredible Christina. She's a passionate biker, inspirational leader, and a professional. You just saw her arriving on her bike, bringing that energy that's truly contagious. But there is so much more to Christina than her love for the open road. Let's dive in and ask Christina about her journey and mission. Christina, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me with you, and hello everyone. I love the energy of this place, and I'm so glad that we are surrounded by all the motorcycles around. So
tell the viewers who don't know you about yourself.
Fantastic question. So as you mentioned, I am a motorcyclist, and oftentimes I'm asked a question, where did that come from and what initiated me falling in love with motorcycles. I still cannot explain exactly what happened, but I know that motorcycle came to my way, to my life in the moment where I needed the most to find myself, as I was quite lost. Okay, so it's been for me a way to rediscover myself, but also rediscover and connect with lots of people. Those who see me on the motorcycle, with those who I have conversations about the motorcycles, it always brings so much energy, memories from the childhood, desires, dreams. So I believe that there is a very strong reason why motorcycle is in my life. And as you mentioned, it's not the only thing that I do, even though in less than 2 years on this motorcycle, this BMW, we have crossed 30,000 kilometers, less than 2 years. Yes.
And it's an amazing bike, by the way. Just love it. And you will see in the description, we have some footage earlier on the bike. Yeah. So Christina, I saw your profile. Just amazing. You have been to UK. You're working as a consultant there, right? As a talent consultant, L&D specialist before moving to Dubai. So how this transition happened? First moving to UK and then coming back to Dubai.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great question. Once Poland joined European Union, we can estimate that there were millions of young, ambitious, driven professionals who wanted to either continue studies in London or in the UK or find a good employment. And I was one of them. In my very early 20s, relocated to London as an au pair with a British pound weekly wage, weekly salary. But I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to become fluent in English. I knew that I wanted to finish my undergrad. I knew that I wanted to have master's degree, and I had a whole plan ahead of me. And I knew that that was just the way to get there. So I loved my time in London. I loved my university, master's degree in organizational behavior, which I believe that set me up, gave me so much knowledge to bring to my profession very different edge and understanding of complexities of teams and businesses. And at that time, together with my partner, we left London. We started to travel the world. We spent some time in Caribbean area, and every time we would travel back to London, we would be quite miserable about the weather, right? The clouds and the rain. Yeah. So we started to look for a better place with sun, with better weather. And so it happened to be Dubai. So we relocated here over 8 years ago.
Yeah, wow, what a journey.
What a journey.
You're also a founder of Design to Align, a consulting firm, right? And you started it, as you mentioned briefly, a couple of years ago, right? What was the idea behind it? What's the motivation, inspiration to start this and helping others? Just tell us about that.
Yeah, and saying that I'm a founder, I know that some could call themselves CEOs, I still see I have a way to go to feel a pride when I mention that title. So my previous career was in corporate world. I worked for a fantastic organization. I was given so many beautiful opportunities, responsibilities, huge projects. But then slowly the time has come for me to look for something that would feel maybe less limiting and more allowing me to create and just to have a bit of creative fun. And so as I had discussions with my organization, and at that time, I received opportunity to move to the US for one role, then to Italy for another role. Together we agreed that as I was getting ready or waiting for that right opportunity to move within my organization, I was given permission to freelance outside of my working hours. And that was the moment when I was exposed to real world beyond corporate, okay? And at that time, I was involved in two very cool, small scope projects. And I realized that, yes, corporates, individuals working for large international firms, they are privileged in many ways. Those organizations are well structured, and mine at that time had like the really top initiatives, programs, softwares and tools. But majority of the society, especially in our region, GCC region here, was not that privileged. So I had that desire to bring the standards and the structures and everything that I've done and learned in corporate to startup and SME environment. What I also realized was that I always believed that for any business to succeed, the people strategy needs to be aligned with it.
Yes,
and I've been like always talking about it. And I would always point out that any type of business problem can be traced back to either the structure, the culture, the systems, the people and processes. So I thought that, there is a need and I can add a very different spin to it.
You can add the value, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think this is a great initiative and the thinking process. Like when you go out and meet the people and you do some things on yourself and you find that gap in the market, and then you have to take that right step in a right way, that how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to help others, right? Yeah. Because, and that's I always talk about on this platform. The people have the ideas, they have the knowledge, but how many of us actually taking that step? And that's just all about. You have taken that step and you are successful in that. And it's going great, right?
Yeah, what you mentioned is spot on. What I see makes a massive difference is the mindset, entrepreneurial mindset. And I can see many fantastic leaders, business owners with beautiful ideas, beautiful mission, right? Beautiful vision, and they would definitely be able to change the world. But the execution and the strategy, like the go-to-market, is not there. And that's where things just don't work out. For me, the situation is also, I would say, I wouldn't say more complex, but I have more pressure on me as I'm on my own, right? So for me to stay in Dubai and be able to take that bag and be able to travel and be able to see my family, it's kind of like it's all on me, right? There is nobody else to lean in, and I have to make it work. At the beginning of my journey, I made some significant investment to work with mentors and coaches, and that's why on the top of what I do with consultancy work, I also do coaching, one-to-one coaching. And I believe that there's no better way than have somebody walk with us and help us to speed up the process, right? Or see and prevent making mistakes that can really keep us stuck potentially for a while.
Yeah. So does anyone or everyone needs a coach? That's what we're saying. Do you think? Especially in a professional way, let's say in a working, you work with CEOs, company leaders, senior management. So does everyone needs a coach or a mentor to succeed? Or what I feel is personally, sometimes there's small things which you need a little tweak or a reminder, and someone needs to push that, and that where the role of coach comes in. What's your opinion on that?
I love that question, and that word need, everybody needs. I believe that everybody definitely can benefit from having a coach and mentor. That need, my perspective on it is that everybody around it is quite intelligent. And I see leaders, professionals reading, educating themselves, getting the information they need. What I see we are getting sometimes wrong in coaching is that we tell our potential clients that they need us to succeed, that we are a little bit more on the pedestal, we are a bit of superior, not mentioning that directly, but indirectly, that's what we kind of like say, right? I'm a little bit, I see a fly.
There's a fly coming, yeah.
Playing with you, yes.
Yeah.
So that need, what I'm against of is saying that, yes, I know it, I'm ahead, so you need me to succeed. You can benefit from that interaction and from that energy exchange and from that relationship. And I believe that everybody can benefit. Yet what is needed is the right mindset, right? That curiosity, open mind, open heart, and also like really ownership to take action. Because we can have a coach, we can invest all the resources in it, but if we are not willing to actually feel uncomfortable and do some action for the first time, ask for feedback our colleagues, try something that we are not 100% prepared but still do it, then it's not really gonna work.
Yeah, that's great. You're right, absolutely right. Earlier we were talking about which I'm really excited to talk about, your new OS program, right? And it's for the managers, senior management, right? It sounds really interesting. Can you just tell us what it is? You just launched it, right?
The website is ready, but like an actual launch is going to be next week. The great news is that I have 2 companies already placing order, and I have around 40 professionals waiting to get started, which is quite fantastic. So the idea behind the program came from, on one hand, speaking with professionals who never made any type of significant investment in their development, and looking for something that is the kind of like entry, like a smaller investment, and for them to really feel it and potentially invest more in the future. I would say that the biggest reason why I do it is that we see that we have lots of challenges in workplaces. And when we look at especially statistics from this region, we know that our managers and leaders are overworked. Over 50% tell us that they have more work that they can handle. They don't have systems, processes to manage that workload. Many are at burnout phase. Many of them are stressed. Majority have never been prepared actually to lead the team. Okay, and 1 in 5 said that if they could choose right now, they would not be people managers. Okay. At the same time, when we look at studies of Gallup, for instance, we know that 70% of variance in employee engagement is linked to manager. So that direct relationship and how the manager actually shows up, how they treat the team members. So I really wanted, really dreaming about the transformation. Like I really want to see the change in workplaces, how employees are being treated, how managers feel. Like when we think about managers, leaders who go through all those struggles every single day, when they go home to be with their kids, and I have seen and heard those stories, right, hundreds of times, they just cannot be present with their family. They keep checking the messages. They are stressed. They cannot fall asleep. They have problems with digestion. They get, like, it's so much. And I want to just start creating, and this is the first program of many, something that if somebody wants to take ownership and start improving slowly, this is going to be enough for them. Like if they want it, the program is designed this way that if they walk through the program, there is going to be a change, and the return on investment can be really huge.
So it's a self-based study, right?
Yes.
Okay, and it's 12 weeks program, right?
Yes. Yeah. So the program is designed a way that to watch the whole program, that's around 3 hours. Yet we know that only 5 to 10% of digital programs get finished. Can you imagine that? Like almost nobody finishes them.
Yeah.
So first of all, I designed the program the way that I trust that everybody will go to the end. Okay, it's gonna be a bit of fun. It's gonna be all me. It's gonna be sharing. It's very simple, basic. It's recorded in my apartment. Very simple presentations, but lots of stories and a lot of energy that comes from me because I just deeply care. So watching itself, nothing. Well, there could be few shifts, and there would be lots of shifts. But that's not enough. We need to change behaviors. We need to change habits. We need to go to workplaces. We need to start doing scheduling differently. We need to delegate differently. So what I created is a 12 weeks, like a walkthrough document. And each week I invite the participants to focus on transferring different pieces of knowledge that I cover in those 3 hours. So it's really like supporting them to take a seat, reflect, and implement. And there is also a pre-assessment. So before the program, we are doing a bit of a very honest self-check, and at the end as well. And my desire is that at least we have few improvements, which I believe we will.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. And as you were telling me in detail earlier, guys, I will put the description in the link below, and you can reach out to Christina directly, and she can help you with so many things. And of course, the any information if you're buying a new bike.
Yes.
you have a lot of experience in that.
Absolutely.
So do reach out to her. Christina, thank you so much for coming. It's a bit humid here, right?
It is.
Yeah, I thought it would be better, but here you go. Thank you once again. I know you're busy. Much appreciated.
I appreciate your time. Thank you for allowing me to talk about topics that I'm so deeply passionate about. And I look forward to our next conversation and connecting with anyone who's interested in my services or the program.
Thank you, and to my viewers, we'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye now.
Bye-bye.